Hi everyone, welcome to the next vlog in the vlog series From Data to Value with Henrik. Today we're going to talk about one of the most important topics, the deep dive around how you achieve systemic balanced innovation or change. Now this topic, to put that in the context, is addressing the two biggest challenges that you have either as a traditional organization or as an enterprise organization. How to drive the journey, how to drive it so you move your traditional organization into a data AI ready organization, and how to do that in an enterprise setting. So 1 or 2 minutes just to explore the fundamental strategic challenges from these two dimensions of traditional and enterprise. Now, what we have established is that the main challenge for a traditional organization is how do I infuse data AI capabilities in the core business model or processes to unleash intersectional innovation. So how do I marry up what I have as my expertise today as a doctor, as a manufacturing organization, etc., etc. How do I marry that up in the core process with data and AI capabilities? So this is a key challenge. So we don't do it on the side, but actually make it into a new core, so to speak. Now, the enterprise challenge, the absolute biggest enterprise challenge, if you have worked in a really, really large enterprise, becomes this balancing act between the different agendas. One agenda is about creating speed and agility for the one single use case, to really have that operational value happen fast. So all operational value happens in the real use case, to get it into production, use case by use case. And at the same time, you have the other balancing act. We as an enterprise, we want to scale this. We want to create synergies. We want to reuse things. So we want to create enterprise value. So how to balance then use case agility, enterprise capability, how to go from legacy domain and data AI on the side to a new core organization. So the systemic balanced innovation model or approach that I'm proposing is designed to fix that. Now, let's talk about this model now. First of all, it's very simple. This model, systemic balanced innovation. Let's talk first about the word balanced. Balanced simply means that when you want to put something in operational production, you need to have taken care of all the facets. What is the use case problem? You need to have the use case expert working with the data AI expert. You need to have secured your data assets. You need to have a data steward to make that happen. You need to have your technology stack. You need to have operations. So your use case, your human capital, structural capital, all needs to be working together to get to value. So it's a multiplier effect. And if you're missing out on one of those key aspects that I'm now describing, you're not going to get to operational value. So piloting is one thing, but if your focus is operational value, having your normal operations, running it day by day, you need to take care of all the facets of operations. So this is the core first philosophy that I need to fix a way so I have drive this. Now, my proposal now is that we have a use case lifecycle process. So we have a use case lifecycle where we basically look at all these different facets and secure that when we are building our backlog of things we need to build as a minimum viable product, they are hitting on all these topics. So we are not only doing technology, we are doing the process fixing as well. Now, we don't do all of this as once in the beginning, so we're using a life cycle approach. What do I need to do first? Okay, I need to have the idea, I need to be concrete on the problem. Great, focus on this. Now I need to get the model right. Now I need to ingest the data right. Now I need to reshuffle my processes. Now I need to train my whole operations. So the way you're structuring the work is simply to be done just in time based on where the use case is in its life cycle. So this is the life cycle methodology around this. So now we've taken care of how to get to operational value in the use case. Now, to make enterprise value out of this, the idea is then every single use case, you harvest what you have done. You don't only harvest in terms of the operational value sitting in a silo, but you think about what have we created now in terms of role descriptions, process changes, technology stack we built. And the way what I mean with harvest that is that you now need to have what I call federated sharing and governance on top. So you need to design sharing. You need to design how this, what is done in a use case, ends up as enterprise value. So we're going to go into more details on what that is all about. But in a nutshell now, we are dealing with all the facets to go to operational value in each use case. We are harvesting it from its use case. We are putting it through the right forums to knowledge share and whatever. And in the end, when the next use case come along, we reuse policy, best practices, ideas on patterns and guidelines how to code, etc., 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 into the next use case. So you're basically always making sure that what you've done in your first use case is smartly and effectively considered when you grow. That's it. That's a systemic balanced approach. If you do that, you can essentially scale in a lean way both the operational value of each use case, and you can scale your frameworks. You can scale all your policies. So you don't end up, having a huge project in the beginning with just drawing PowerPoints, or you're ending up with hundreds of pilots that you can't put into production, and they're all living in their own silos. So this was systemic balanced innovation for you. Okay, I hope that made sense to you guys, but this is key. If you get this right, that's how you can unlock it. And it works, by the way, this is the secret. It works for small enterprises as well. It's all about being smart. This is how I would do it in a small company as well. Don't overdo it. Do one by one, but be smart how you reuse. Okay, until the next one, have a nice one.